Let's talk about the weather now. Take a live look over uptown and looking at what we see out there. We know it is hot and muggy out there. So bring in meteorologist Brendan Lawson. Brendan, you know what? I mean, it's now though 86 degrees. It's creeping up there.
Yeah. I tell you what, we are still making a run towards the high degrees today. It's still going to be significantly cooler than yesterday. I mean, yesterday we were making a run at 100 degrees at least when we were on at 4 o'clock yesterday. You were like, it's 99 degrees. Not there today. We'll be staying right around the mid to upper 80s, if not low 90s. But it's still muggy out there. We still have that stickiness, and that's still driving a few pop-up showers this afternoon. We got a downpour really over northeastern Mecklenburg County. It's crossing North Tryon Street there in northeastern Mecklenburg County. Also Concord, Harrisburg, a little cell trying to form there. For the most part, those have been mainly light to moderate stuff. I mean, Harmony, brief downpour for you. This is crossing down towards Statesville, pretty much traveling down I-77 from Harmony to Statesville there in Iredell County. And then got a few more cells developing in the mountains, just a lift over the mountains that is allowing for the air to rise and produce some thunderstorms there for the mountains and foothills. Also noticing a little bit more activity towards Lenoir, Burke. So as you're getting towards Burke County, Caldwell County, a few more storms for you as well. None of those storms aren't severe, just brief downpours, enough to help you cool down a little bit. We are in the mid to upper 80s across the region though. 86 in Charlotte, 88 Gastonia, 85 in Lincoln. Again, if we do hit 80 degrees today, or less than 90 degrees I should say in Charlotte, it'll be the first time we've done that in over 2 weeks. So man, talk about a nice cool down for us. Low 70s right now for the high country. I will mention, though, with that humidity, it still feels like the 90s. It feels like 95 right now in Charlotte. It feels like 95 in Gastonia. This is much better than feeling like triple digits, but it's still a sign that that moisture is adding to that heat as we go into the afternoon here. So the muggy meter showing a brief break in the humidity for Wednesday. Notice how the humidity levels really do drop off a bit by Wednesday afternoon. Unfortunately, it's a brief break, folks. The humidity and the heat's going to be coming back by later this week. Today's high is going to be right around 90 degrees in Charlotte. We'll call it mid to upper 80s for most of the area, though. I'm expecting mid 70s for the high country. Nice cool down for you folks up in the mountains. Tonight we drop off into the 70s. We'll call it 60s for the foothills and mountains. I will say tomorrow is going to be kind of a steady drop in the humidity. As you wake up tomorrow morning, it's not necessarily going to feel extremely humid like it is today, but it's still going to be a touch humid. Tomorrow afternoon when you're walking around, 90 degrees of high temperature tomorrow, very similar to today, but you're going to have lower humidity. It's going to feel a lot more comfortable outside tomorrow afternoon. Here's Futurecast showing a few pop-up storms here as we go through the afternoon, evening. Can't rule it out for you. If you're going to be out and about, just know you need to have the rain gear handy for maybe a possible downpour. Only about a 30 to 40% chance of that, though. Tonight, we draw things out, and then notice by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, we're not dealing with any storms. Again, we've got lower humidity tomorrow, no moisture, just maybe a few passing clouds, but overall, going to be a gorgeous day. Here's your weekend forecast for the mountains, lower 80s. Yeah, there'll be a few more storms in the mountains. I'm tracking a hot weekend for Charlotte, though. Upper 90s for high temperatures. Look at the tropics really quickly. There's no tropical development expected over the next 7 days. That's good news there. Got a lot of Saharan dust right now in the Atlantic, and that is also preventing storms from forming because you get a lot of dry air. And also another thing too, we've got a lot of wind shear in the Atlantic, keeping storms from rising out there in the Atlantic Ocean. 7-day forecast showing lower 90s here through the middle of the week, some 80s as well, and then heat's back going by the weekend. You're watching Queen City News here at noon. Most honored and most local news in Charlotte. We'll be right back, my friends.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.